Oh my gosh, your boy Carcino, this is the truth behind the most craziest situation I've ever seen. And this was Plies and Fabolous situation. The misunderstanding. Okay, here's the thing. Fab is he's closing the show, right? They got Plies on the card and T-Pain, and they had the hit song Shorty. And Neo had the song with Fabulous, had that Make Me Better with Neo. Like, chicks love that. So they had them all booked on the same card. They had, I think, the This Is Why I'm Hot guy. He was on the card. And it was like, this was supposed to be the stellar hip-hop throwdown. And this was in NY. So I'm thinking like, oh, this is finna jump. So what happened was, Ply shows up, and what happened? Because was T-Pain with him or something? They did the show. I'm trying to remember how it went down, but Plies was supposed to come on there and do his show, and he had so much time before, the next set or whatever. So Plies and Fab got there, and Fab's DJ or whatever was like in control of things, and T-Pain and him didn't really get along too well. So it was a big misunderstanding about somebody was trying to sabotage the show, and Plies was like kind of like, I ain't want to do this show, I ain't get all my money type thing, and blah blah blah, this and that. Neo wasn't there. Fab was doing the show without Neo, so Neo is out the picture. Fabulous is like, look, homie, like, I'm not in control of that. You know what I'm saying? But if you ain't gonna go on, we gonna just go on without you and do the show. So Plies is thinking like, Fab gonna stab me in the back and go out on stage and do the set. And so they just gonna cut me out. He need to just chill while me and Dude go through what we gotta go through so I can get the rest of my money. So it was really Plies' manager, whoever that guy was, that was in charge. So they called Ron's. He was back there dealing with Mills. Mills did his show and everything. He chilling. So they called like the manager for Plies or whoever this dude was, man. And this dude looked like a little 30s pimp coming up there with the shiny suit on, looking like a leprechaun. Talking about some, yeah, man, the money, man. You said, man, we were gonna get this type of money. Man, we got T-Pain, man. We supposed to be closing this thing. So Fab, they said they wanted to close the show, and this is Fab City. And it was like, nah, Fab closing. So Fab was like, if I go on now, if I get the same money I'm supposed to get, I don't even care. I don't care. They can go. If you want them to go last, that's cool, but you gotta pay them the money. Whatever money that don't have nothing to do with me and my show. So Fab like, man, we supposed to go on at this time. And at this time, we going on. That's just it. If it ain't done, whatever y'all do, that's on y'all. So Plies wants to go and have a conversation with Fab. A lot of people don't even know this took place. He went back there to have a conversation with, he's like, man, I'm finna have a conversation with him, and Fab was done talking about it. He was like, this don't even concern me. I got my money, I'm going on at this time. So if anybody on stage at this time, when it's time for me and our crew to set up, y'all getting bounced off the stage. So if y'all want to wait till after we go and do whatever we got to do, and y'all want to go last, that's on y'all. But at this time, we hit the stage. That's just it. So all I could tell you was problems ensued, and T-Pain kind of came there, straightened it out. They had a conversation behind the doors, and Mims was back there, and he was broke. And I'm like, you got one of the hottest songs on the radio, and you broke. So He in there like, yo, man, I'm trying to get on, man. This song is hot, but shoot, I'm trying to get on, man. I'm trying to get on a tour with what's the name? Everybody talking about they got tours coming up. I'm trying to jump on the tour, man. You know, do some more shows and get out here and hook up with people. So he was trying to get up with T-Pain and work with him, and then Fabolous and what's his name was talking, T-Pain and everybody else, but him and Plies weren't really clicking like that. And all of a sudden, you know, Fab did his set. The dude who they felt was sabotaging their music and all this stuff, they end up doing the show. And then they was like, man, we finna kick it and do all this. Then they ended up in some club looking like Eugene's. And Plies, he's all hugged up with some thing. So anyway, show's over. Right? Everything's all good. Everybody's back friends. Now, this 07. So in 07, in 07, you know, it's just a whole different, it seemed like a third world. But the music and everything else was different. People was like, all this party song stuff, like Party Like a Rock Star was out. And everybody was in this happy dance song thing. I mean, that's when Crank It Up and Walk It Out, you know. So it's party songs. So anyway, in the New York clubs, that's what they was all playing. You didn't hear any New York music. It was Party Like a Rock Star, now walk it out, crank that soldier boy, bowling. That's it. So everybody's in the club. They was like, man, there's some weak stuff they keep playing. All this weak stuff, man, they ain't even playing our stuff. And Fab was supposed to show up, but he didn't because he was they had an after party somewhere where they was hosting, and he had told them to come there. But they didn't. And what happened was they ended up going to this hole in the wall club, like I said, like it was like Eugene's or Envy's and someplace like that, and it was terrible. And they like, yeah, this is us. T-Pain was like, I ain't getting out the car. I'm going back to the hotel. So he didn't even go in. Plies and his crew, they all up in there, and yeah, this is it, man. Yeah, that's Plies. And the girls is like, oh, that's Plies. And you would think he would end up with one of the hottest chicks in the game. Plies ended up with we named this chick Dump Truck. Dump Truck. I mean, there were dimes in there. He winded up with Dump Truck. I named her Dump Truck because she looked like she could just dip a shoulder into a semi and stop it right in its tracks if it was coming. Dump Truck. You know how when you're on the dance floor, you wrap your arms around the lady, you know, you got your arms wrapped around her, you holding your other arm, you know, you put your arms around. There was no arms going around Dump Truck. You know, I ain't mad. People they like big women, and he is one of them. He loved the bigger the better. He could not get his arms around that thing. He got her arms on the sides of on the floor. I'm like, is this a strategy? I mean, hey, if you like big girls, you like big girls. I'm just thinking, like, is this a plan? Like, they see him dancing because I'm like, these girls here ready to go. I don't know. Maybe he said, you know, them little model chicks right there, I might can hit them, but they ain't gonna cook. She can tell me what meals and stuff is good and probably make it. So, you know, I guess he was thinking long range. It probably wasn't gonna take. He probably had to pay no money for her. Good old Dump Truck. But nah, him and Fab was finna come to blows, or they had differences over the DJ who was cool with Fab now. You know, they was setting up. and controlling and DJing the set, and Plies guy wanted to be in charge on his set of him doing it, and that whoever was the promoter wasn't finna let that go down, because he had a deal with Fabolous guy that he was gonna DJ the whole show, the whole set. So then that's when Plies started coming up with this money stuff. But after that got squashed out, real quick. They had a conversation like that, and T-Pain actually showed up for Plies, and he was just there just for that. You know what I'm saying? So it was cool that he did that. Neo didn't even show up for Fabolous, so he had to Make Me Better by himself and did his set. But it is what it is. It wasn't no major story. I just felt that Dump Truck deserved some attention because he went back to that club for Dump Truck. He went back the next day looking for Dump Truck, hanging out with Dump Truck. I'm like, what is this dude doing? Dump Truck. Man, I'm never gonna forget Dump Truck. I mean, I think I called her Dump Truck for the entire night. Like, there go Dump Truck. And the outfit Dump Truck was wearing, my goodness. Ooh, my goodness. If it's I understand big girls want to look sexy. And it's not saying big girls can't look sexy, but you have to at least wear stuff that's your size. Wearing stuff that's skinny women or other women is wearing, and it's their size and trying to fit in it, ain't sexy. I mean, when parts of your body is oozing out of the cracks, when you're wearing fishnets and it's just bursting out of the fishnet, that's not attractive. If the heels don't fit you, get a bigger shoe. I know it might cost you extra. You might have to go to the big and tall. But you got to get something. I know you don't want to get seen walking in the Plus store, but you got to do something. But that is not attractive. But I guess she figured, like, he drunk, he high, I'm looking like Halle Berry right now. But I'm out.